This is a show about jewelry, why we wear it, why it matters, how it's made, and what it means. I'm Alex D, and I turn cannabis into gold. I make mind-blowing jewelry in gold, silver, and platinum from cannabis plants here in Canada for stage, screen, for people who want to rock crazy jewelry. I'm the Cannabis Goldsmith. Today's show is about a bunch of stuff, actually. I'm going to do some reviews of the Golden Globe 2024 awards, the jewelry worn at that. I'm going to give my best of jewelry and worst of jewelry from that show. Actually, the winners are two of my favorite women in show business. I mean, truly magnificent women. But the jewelry just really contrasts. So we'll get to that in a minute. Also, I'm going to talk about a couple new products I'm working on in the shop, in the design studio right now. Later today, I'll be working on the unicorn horn pendant that we're making, the cap and bail for it. That's the part that attaches it to a chain around a neck. That is coming from Ed today. So from Toronto, at the workshop in Toronto. So it's coming back sterling silver, and I sent it out in my master model to him in a special resin that I use to design some of these products. But anyway, he's sent it back, so I'm going to get that and then fit it on top of the unicorn, the baby unicorn horn, to make this crazy pendant for stage. It's going to be just, it's going to be freaking amazing. It's going to be unicorny. We had this huge dump of snow, and there's a big, massive storm system working its way up the East Coast, and it's pointed right at the Adirondacks and right at Upper Canada here. So we might be getting a lot of snow over the weekend. And I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I have my shovels, my snow blower. I have firewood in the woodshed to heat the house and the studio if I have to, if it comes to that, if the power fails or whatever. I'm ready. I'm as ready as I can be, I guess. So I'm going to be hunkering down in the studio and working on these new pieces. I'm going to take the pieces in some different directions this year. I'm going to be working on bigger pieces. I say you're thinking, oh, our pieces are massive enough, but no, I'm going to go even bigger. And I'll explain why I'm going to go bigger. Also, I'm going to focus more on men this year because, frankly, the men need a lot of help. I just look at these award shows and, oh my goodness. It's the stylists. I think it could be the stylists, and it could be the stylists who are dressing these stars. The companies that want to provide the dressing, the jewelry and the clothes for them. I think it's a combination of that. It's not really the star. The star is basically just the mannequin, really, for these products by the looks of it. If you watch any of these award shows, the stars, I think, they might have some say in what they're wearing. It doesn't look like it a lot of times. I mean, it really doesn't. But then, do you really know a star? Do you really know a star? I mean, you know what the work the star has produced. So you've seen that in a movie or on television or on your phone or whatever. So you're aware of what they do, and there's a kind of a transference that happens where you think that the star is a certain way because of all the roles they play. And it turns out that they're not like that at all. They're like some other person you don't even know. So I often wonder when I see jewelry at these award shows how much input the star actually has into the into what they're wearing, and if they have any, if they have some, if they have a lot, like, no, I don't want to wear that necklace. Can they say that? Or if Tiffany is giving them a big necklace to wear, they have no choice in the matter, because there's contracts have been signed or whatever, and they just have to wear it for 36 minutes on the red carpet and then 28.5 minutes if they get the award. It's probably all contracted, carefully. I'm sure a lot of the big brands are very, 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 very desirous of getting their pieces on screens around the world. That's what this is about, really, for jewelry, for fashion, for the clothing too. It's an opportunity for designers to get their clothing seen by maybe potential customers, but just it's like brand advertising pretty much. It's like, oh, this is a dress by Jill Sander, and here we go. This is Jill Sander's brand gets a plug right across the internet for one day, or 2 days or whatever. And then the legacy photos exist over time on the internet so people can go back and look. So it has kind of, the value accrues. It's not what did the TV people used to call residuals. It's not like commissions into the future kind of thing. But in a way, it still produces marketing effort, even though the pictures are old. Like if you go back and you search for 2020 Golden Globe fashions, you might find something. But these days, the internet is being filled up with AI-generated new content, and new content gets priority in the search engines. First advertising gets priority in Google. That's the first thing you see when you search for anything. And then the next priority is date. Is it relevant? Is it new? That gets pushed up to the top. The older stuff gets sunk to the bottom. So you really have to evaluate whether these brands are getting value out of the legacy posts on the Golden Globe site or whatever. But it still adds up to marketing for the brand. So I guess that's why they do it. But we're not talking about marketing today. Actually, we are in a certain way, I guess. But these award shows are an opportunity, or a marketing opportunity. And the two outfits I want to talk about today are the Gillian Anderson dress and jewelry, and the Keri Russell dress and jewelry. Now, these are two amazing women in show business, two amazing entertainers. You might know Gillian Anderson from The X-Files, where she has a warm place in the heart of many older geeks. Versus Keri Russell, Felicity, The Americans. God, she was so good in The Americans. Now, I'm going to lay out some caveats right now. I have a huge crush on Keri Russell, but I think she's wearing the worst jewelry at the Golden Globe Awards this year. And I'll explain why in a minute. But if it came to coloring my description of what I think the jewelry is happening in the jewelry here at the Golden Globe Awards, I mean, oh my God, like I have a huge crush on her. But in spite of that, I have to put that aside to fairly evaluate the jewelry at this event. And let's lay the groundwork first. Okay, there was too many diamond necklaces, one after another, after like the fifth one, you tune them out, right? You just don't see them anymore. This is one by Chopard. This is one by Tiffany. This is another one by Bulgari. This is one after another. And I was thinking, why are all these diamond necklaces being paraded out at this award show? I mean, generally, at an award show, it's not all diamond necklaces. There would be other kinds there too, right? But no, this was all kind of diamond necklaces. And I'm thinking, why is this? Well, it's because the brands want to clear out the stock. The diamond market is collapsing. Like, it's collapsing out there. Diamonds are losing value because of natural diamonds, like what was on display at the Golden Globe Awards. And like the diamonds are having a really rough time right now. De Beers pulled all their, in the last quarter of 2023, De Beers pulled they didn't put any diamonds into the marketplace in the last quarter. They held them out. They held them back in hopes of raising the prices, but for diamonds. But prices are still dropping, and they're dropping because manufactured diamonds, now they're producing them at scale and at size. So big size diamonds are being produced right now in all around the world, like in China, India, Russia, the United States. People are cranking out diamonds now, one after another, in bigger and bigger sizes and in higher and higher qualities. And truly, the only way to tell them apart from a natural diamond is with like a special device, right? There's no other way to tell. You can't tell, right? Because they are diamonds. They're actually produced. They're produced in factories they're so good. And you can basically, you can design a diamond, have someone produce it to a certain size for a piece, for these high-end pieces. So for new high-end pieces. So I think that's where the new high-end, super high-end jewelry pieces are going to be, in the manufactured to spec diamonds for specific pieces. That's my prediction for 2024. Jewelers are going to start using these incredible like colors and stuff that can be produced in diamonds in factories in China or India or in the United States or Russia. No, not so much Russia. That's a whole other side issue. But anyway, this is what happened. This is happening to diamonds. The prices are falling as the ability to produce them is increasing. The prices are dropping. And so all these brands who have safes full of giant diamond necklaces, like we saw on display at the Golden Globes, they want to clear those out because these are falling. The prices are falling. Right? Granted, these pieces are huge, unique, and rare, and they're not going to fall below a certain point, but still they're falling, right? If it's brand advertising, it's great for them because they get to show these brands can show what they can produce in their shops and in their thing. But some of these might even be produced by previous craftspeople who are no longer with us, right? That's how old some of these brands are. So they could dig into the back and pull something out, pull a man brooch out from the 1800s or whatever. Some of them can do this, right? But the thing is that the designs will hold. Certain designs will hold value even as the price of diamonds drops because of the workmanship and the design in the piece. And maybe, just maybe, they might have some value because a star wore them on the red carpet at the Golden Globes for one of these pieces. Say a super rich client in the Middle East might want a piece because it was worn by Florence Pugh on the red carpet, and that will be built into the selling price of the piece or whatever when it's sold. But who knows, right? Like, this is like fishing. I think they're fishing for customers on the red carpet with these pieces. But anyway, from a trying to understand what they mean perspective, that's why I think we saw so many diamonds on the red carpet, diamond necklaces. They're realizing, these brands are realizing they're sitting on probably huge quantities of giant diamond like pieces that are dropping in value every day. Now that must be a kind of a frightening thing for some of them too, because the margins. I mean, the margins were different, right? When these pieces were made. Now that all the math has changed. So I don't know. I don't envy them. But anyway, I'm not them. So and they're way bigger than me. And our little brand here, our luxury brand in Canada, where we design individual pieces for individual people. We don't stock safelfuls of giant diamond necklaces. Sorry, we just don't. But we may be making something in the future with custom diamonds made to suit. We can look at that, or Canadian diamonds even, if it comes to that. But we've never really used diamonds in our products a lot. So whatever. But anyway, these guys have got safes full of this stuff, and they want to get rid of it. And it was quite obvious on the red carpet. That's what they were trying to do. It was like, man, not fire sale, but like just like trotting them out one after another. But in amongst those, there were a couple of pieces that were really exciting that I really liked, and some of them not so much. So let's do the best one first. Like, Gillian Anderson walked out in this dress. This looked like a white dress. My first impression was it looked like a soft serve ice cream cone on a hot summer day, right? Just like, you're dying of thirst. You're like, suddenly there's a soft serve ice cream truck, and you have one in your hand, and you're looking at it, and you're about to take a huge lick of it. Then they zoomed in on the dress, and it turned out the dress was all made of like vaginas. There was embroidered vaginas, and she said something like, "Oh, it took 1,000 hours of embroidery or whatever to put yonis all over this dress. Zoom in and have a look or whatever." So I was looking at the yonis, and I was thinking the ice cream metaphor might not have been the exact one that I should have used, but I'm going to stick with it, I think. Anyway, the Gillian Anderson dress looked like a soft serve ice cream on a hot summer day. Now that's my review of that dress. But she was wearing jewelry, and that's the thing you saw the secondary thing you saw when you looked at that outfit. She was wearing a diamond necklace, but the diamond necklace was really, really exceptional quality. You could see by Chopard, and there's like a center diamond right in the middle, and it's a yellow color, and the rest are just white diamonds, smaller in that same kind of pear shape all the way around the neck, and they're not. They look like they're floating. There's very little metal holding them together around the neck. It looks like this wonderful, just it's almost like pearls the way they are strung together. But I would love to see the back of that piece just to see how the designer did that to make those float like that. But it's nice. So you have the effect is you have diamonds, clear diamonds floating around the neck. Small, I guess maybe 2 carats. They're quite large, 2-3 carats or whatever. And there's total amounts here, which I'll describe what they said they are. Who knows? I mean, each one of these review sites is giving different information, so I'm not really sure. But that's another thing. These brands, if they're putting their products out like that, they have to make sure that the right information is available about them, because why else are they doing it? If nobody knows what the pieces are or who made them or what they are exactly, then why are they doing that? Like, anyway. So they have to get their shit together and diffuse the information about the pieces at the event, like while they're worn, not like afterwards. Like even before they should be doing it from a marketing perspective. But anyway, back to Gillian Anderson's necklace. I mean, it's very expensive, you can see, but it's subtle. And it doesn't impact the dress, which was the key feature in her outfit. Like her dress was the heavy hitter here, and it's part. I think she has this. I guess it's a I don't know if it's a drink brand or a wellness brand called G Spot, and this was all kind of working together to promote her drink brand or her G Spot brand. I think. I mean, everything, like her. I was looking for more information on this brand, and I'm just seeing the way she's marketing and she's promoting it is kind of sexy, and she's leveraging the sexiness of herself to sell whatever products are on this brand. And this dress at the Golden Globes is an example of that. I think it probably all winds in together into the marketing for the G Spot and for her brand. But in spite of that, I mean, it was effective on the red carpet. It was a beautiful dress and well made. And then the earrings and the matching earrings for this necklace, it's just great. Look for it if you can see it on Google. Hunt her down. Gillian Anderson, Golden Globes 2024. Vogue will have pictures for it. We'll have pictures of it. And you'll see the dress. At a distance, you can't see the vaginas on it, but when they zoom in, you can see the vaginas on it. But at a distance, just the complete look is great. It's just a really nice look. Okay, now on to Keri Russell, who would win anyway because I have a huge crush on her. But in this case, definitely not. There's something going on with this outfit, and what ruins it is the necklace. The necklace ruins it. I mean, the necklace is fine. It was really, first off, it was very hard to find out who made this necklace. The social media that Keri produced for this event, she seems to indicate, I think it's in the, Elle did a backstage with Keri Russell kind of a vibe thing article. And Keri seems to indicate that it's a Jill Sander necklace, but it's not. Apparently it's a Jacob and Company diamond necklace. I don't think Jill Sander makes big diamond necklaces, but maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it's unclear as to who makes this. So whoever provided it must be a little pissed off that they're not getting the credit for the piece. Now, her stylist who chose this, her stylist, Frank Fleming, probably could have chosen another necklace for this, and it would have worked better with the dress. The dress is fantastic. It's like, I'm not even sure about the description of it. I've heard some description saying, it's inspired by ASMR at the bottom. It looks like a kind of a flapper dress, but longer down to the floor. And it has like, it looks like PVC kind of flappery stuff on the bottom, like the frilly base of it. You got to see it. It's really quite amazing. It's a nice design, and Keri is absolutely stunning. But the necklace is wrong. It's wrong. Now, it's too big for the outfit. He could have gone smaller. He could have used a smaller piece. I mean, it's modern, which works with the outfit, but it's just too big for the outfit. Now, I know this is coming from me, a dude who makes massive fucking giant jewelry pieces. That's what we do mostly, like huge fucking things. So for me to be saying this is like, look, to someone who I'm a huge fan of, not Frank, mind you, I guess I don't know Frank, but I adore Keri as an actress. So here we go. The piece could have been smaller and still been modern, and it would have worked better with that outfit. But had it been, something would have been missing on that outfit. Something would have been missing. So I can see why Frank did it. He wanted to add that it needed something. That outfit, it needed something. And so he thought a huge, giant, chunky, these are, you have to see it. It's square. It just doesn't work with the outfit. Now, it might have worked if it was even bigger. That's what I think. Like, he could have gone even bigger. If he was going to go big like that, he might as well have gone even bigger. And it would have injected a sense of humor into that outfit, which Keri could pull off wearing it. But there's something wrong. It takes itself too seriously. It's like a boat anchor around her neck, this piece. It's just, it's saying nothing about how it's designed. Whoever designed it, as I said, if it's Jacob and Company, those guys do amazing work. The work is like stellar, but it's just not the right piece for the outfit. So there you go. That's the worst jewelry at the 2024 Golden Globes Awards. Winner is Keri Russell for the big square necklace on the beautiful dress. The winner, of course, is Gillian Anderson, who wore the perfect necklace for that dress, for that outfit. It didn't take anything away. It stood at the side and let the dress take full impact, like full visual impact. but it just stood just slightly out of the way, kind of like, a mom would do when the daughter was being awarded at school or something. The mom would just like step back a bit to let the daughter take the spotlight. But they're solid. That necklace is just beautiful, and it just works with them. It works with the dress. It's so good. Gillian, you rock. And I like the way you're doing your social media too. That like just the sexiness and the funness of your brand. I don't even know what it is, but I just like the way you're doing it. Anyway, so keep doing that. It's fantastic. Okay, what am I doing? I'm working out a belt buckle. And I didn't even talk about the men's jewelry at this fucking award show, but like it was bad. It was really bad. It's getting worse. Tiffany has access to these stars and is decking them out with products, and they have better products to be doing this. Like I'm sure they have in their vaults, they have pieces that are magnificent that they could be putting out there, but they're just not doing it. Maybe they don't have somebody to engage with the stylist or something, or I don't know what it is, but it's just like they underperformed at this particular event. To be sure. On the men, if you're going to dress men, you might as well do it with some fucking boldness. That's what I think. They seem to be backing away now in the men's brooches from they were like going artful Art Deco, and now they're going kind of like frilly and light looking. I don't know. It seems like they're lost, But anyway, so that's why the men, God, I'm going to spend the year working on belt buckles and working on belt fobs. I'm introducing a new kind of jewelry piece for a belt that you can wear on your belt, right? I notice some men are starting to try and do that now, but they seem a bit lost. So I'm going to introduce some interesting pieces to hang off belts, like that, when the eyes zoom down to the crotch area to see what you got on your belt, it's going to be something fucking amazing. Not something cheesy, right? Or not something mass produced in China. It's going to be an amazing piece that represents you, your character and what you want in jewelry or what your style is, Anyway, I love watching these award shows because you get to see the big dinosaur luxury jewelers. You get to see them trying to sell their products, and it's like you wonder if they're doing it or not. Some old woman in Abu Dhabi is like, are they going to buy that big chunky necklace that Keri Russell wore? Like, who knows? Like, I have no idea. But anyway, Keri, I love you, and Gillian Anderson, two amazing women, business women, actors, really good at what they do, and incredibly hot too, I gotta say. But that's just me talking, I can, it's my show, I can say that. All right, so I'm working on belt buckles today. I'm working on a master for a belt buckle. It's going to be sterling silver, and it's going to fit on a 1.5-inch belt, which is the most common belt width these days. It's going to be something, I'm designing it with I've put a live cannabis leaf on the face of it. But it's going to be pretty much flat and smooth, except for that. It's going to have that carbamide-looking effect that we do with cannabis, like sticking out of a flat background of precious metal. It looks great. And it'll catch the light hitting it from above, which is when you're wearing a belt buckle, the light's coming at it from above, so you'll be able to see the leaf. It's going to look great. On the back, the mechanism is going to be sterling silver on the back. There's like a pin where it goes into the belt hole, and a loop. Now the loop, I'm designing it in steel because the loop is a tiny piece of wire, but sterling might not be strong enough to deal with that. So I've looked at various sterling silver belt buckles. Some jewelers will use a steel loop. Some will use a sterling loop in the back that is really thick. The problem with sterling is it's soft and it'll bend. So whichever way works the best. In any case, it's going to be a massive sterling silver belt buckle. That'll be one of a kind and will soon be on our social media feeds. I'll probably talk about it more as I put it together. And also fitting that bail and cap onto the unicorn, a baby unicorn horn pendant, which I don't know if it would have worked at the Golden Globes, but it definitely would have worked at the Met Gala, the baby unicorn horn pendant. That would definitely work at the Met Gala. Or at a friend's birthday party, if you have the right kind of friend that's just okay, let's have a crazy fucking birthday party with DJs and people, and like that would work. The baby unicorn horn piece would work there too. But anyway, that's it for me this week. I'm at 31 minutes already, and I could go on, but I'm not going to. I have to get into the studio. The snow has stopped and it's turned to rain. It's going to be all mushy out there, but I'm going to be doing work inside, so it doesn't really matter. I'll see you next week on the Cannabis Goldsmith. Yeah. The Cannabis Goldsmith is produced by Tribe Communications, Inc. in the Thousand Islands area of Ontario, Canada. You can see what we do at tribe.ca. Send us an email, alexd@cannabisgoldsmith.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on the Cannabis Goldsmith.